Greetings. Thank you for joining the Earth Angels Writing YouTube channel. If you would like to subscribe or hit the notification bell, you may do that now. I'm back delivering weekly spiritual messages based off of the times we are now living in and covering trending news and topics. Today, I wanted to quickly come on and talk about Minister Louis Farrakhan. And this is a message and also a warning to his followers or to people who follow his message or look up to him for guidance. Now, this is no way trying to disrespect or offend whatever people's emotional feelings are about him or opinions or what you say he's done or he has not done. This is simply stating the truth. And the truth is that you need to know at this time is, and it's crystal clear, that Minister Louis Farrakhan does not have the new book and the new word. Everything that he says and that he is doing or has done is based off of the anointment and the knowledge and the insight and the messages of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who we know is no longer with us and has not been with us for some time. Yet nothing new has been released out of the mouths of Minister Louis Farrakhan, other than us learning the fact that he's some way joined or connected himself or allowed Scientology to come in and insert new information, insert new knowledge that he could not give to the people because he simply does not have it. And why doesn't he have it? Because he lost his anointment a long time ago. He lost his anointment at the passing of Elijah Muhammad. He was working under his anointment, under his light, and under his guidance. And once that light transition from this earth, he was no longer anointed. And he done exactly what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad warned him and his people not to do, was alter and deviate from his word and from his message. And him allowing Scientology to come in and teach the people. Even though I think they're denying this, but I know that it's true. Because I know members who, when he introduced this, and I believe it was, I can't even get the timing right. Maybe it was in 2013 or 2012. That, they were speaking about this. And some people I know even left the nation. And we know Leah Remini even talked about her involvement in, making that connection and that bond between the two, United Nation of Islam and Scientology. So I'm not really investigating it like that. I've heard some people deny it and try to deny it. Yet you know that it's true. If you're participating and you're inside of the Nation of Islam, you know that he brought some new knowledge in. And maybe people that's coming in on a later date, those, old souls who were still connected to Elijah Muhammad, I don't know how many of you are left. Many of them probably left from the very beginning. Yet he is bringing in new knowledge, and it's not from anointed from God. It's from Scientology, who we already learned that, they say they aliens from another planet and from a volcano. So he should have done his research before he allowed them to come in and give any type of mathematics. But he didn't have that mathematics to teach you. He didn't have that knowledge to give you. So to keep trying to give you something new, which he does not have the new book, he had to scurry around. Otherwise, it's going to make it seem like he's not relevant or he's no longer needed. Now, I know that most of his followers are probably not even going to hear this message and are probably not even going to agree with this message because, like the Lord has revealed to me, there's brain damage there. Because it's like, y'all, what is it, that Stockholm syndrome, when you starting to be around your oppressor and your abuser and, he may be clothing you and feeding you and doing some things right by you, but he still got you locked up and bondaged up and chained up. You may have start developing an unhealthy attachment and need for him. And that does cause brain damage, emotionally, severely brain damage, to be in such a abusive relationship where it's somebody is using you. They're not teaching you properly. They're not guiding you. It's all about their ego. And if you notice, he's so proud, but it's not in a way that's humble. As we see, even when he was at Nipsey Hussle Memorial, think about just looking at Nipsey Hussle at 33, this young man who supposedly, was a former gangbanger, and from Mr. Farrakhan. I'm not trying to compare the two, but I'm just saying, look at the anointment on these two people, and you will see a difference of what they was able to accomplish in a short bit of time. And it was just Nipsey Hussle and his crew. And Louis Farrakhan have had a whole nation that was set up, not even by him, that he inherited, because he didn't even put all the work in to grow that nation and start that nation. That was on the works of Elijah Muhammad. So it was handed to him and given to him. All he had to do is guide the people right. And he did not do that. Where was his change at in California? Where's his change in his movement? Other than the Million Man March that was, what was that in the 90s? And what did that even produce? What did that even, long-lasting effects, But look how this young man, have left a legacy of life that is going to continue on. Why? Because he's been anointed. Because Nipsey Hussle had that calling. Because he had the new book. Because he was professed and ordained to connect with his people. And look about the outpouring and the love. Not to say it's not love for Minister Farrakhan, but it's a different kind of, it's like a misplaced love. It's like an intelligent love. It's like I'm so desperate, I don't know what to do kind of love. Most of his members are still there because, no, they don't want to go back to Christianity. They know that that's not a place that they want to be, yet they don't know where to go. So my heart goes out to them because I'm sure they all had good intentions, but the good intentions is the the road to hell. We know that from the Bible. So it's kind of like how people even join Scientology. Nothing else was really working for them, giving them that spiritual knowledge and, that they need and crave to have that knowledge. So that's how people will suck you into these, religious or cults, or even if it's not a cult, even just a church that is not going to guide you the right way. They're taking advantage of that. Your intention to have something more, have something different, that longing to be connected with the Lord, yet you never get it. The only way it seems like you can get it is through them. So they're holding that knowledge. They're selling it to you. They're using the knowledge that they know against you. When a real messenger of God, a real anointing of God, he's going to give that to you freely. Not everything is going to be on the public platform, but he's going to give that. He or she is going to give freely of that knowledge. Not try to hold that knowledge and that power to be over you. Not trying to be your being willing to guide you and be a leader, but not like leading over you. It's not coming from an egotistical, self-serving place. So this was just a message and a warning that he does not have the new book. And if you're hearing this message, you need to really start connecting with the Lord. The Lord is of the Christ energy, and he has no affiliation with any type of religious affiliation. So what I'm saying is he's very accessible to you no matter what you proclaim your religion to be. And he can work through whatever religion that you feel comfortable with. But yet you really need to start opening yourself up to what, the Most High or Allah, that source, that creator energy, and really start asking him to guide you, not coming through a man, coming directly from the source. So there's no middleman. You don't even have to listen to my words. I will ask that you take heed. But, go into the spiritual. Sit for a minute. Take your ego out of it. Take your emotions out of it. Don't be defensive and open up to what I'm trying to say. He does not have the new book. He does not have the way. He does not know the way. That's why lately he has been attaching himself to other movements and other people's movement, because he done ran out of it. It seemed like it's like a desperate attempt to keep making you all follow him where he's not taking you nowhere. He don't even know where he's going, because he never had that foresight. It's not, and what he do know, he's not going to tell you. But a lot of it, he just doesn't know. And he's too egotistical and too self-centered to even tell you, I don't even know where I'm guiding you or where to lead you. That's what a real servant would do, because I don't have all the answers. I'm not the Lord. I'm not the creator. And I'm not going to pretend that I ever have all the answers. But what I do know, I'm going to lead you to the best of my ability. And what I don't know, I'm going to ask you to take responsibility for your own salvation. Get into the spiritual and what the Lord is telling you to do or guiding you to do. But I'm never going to mislead you or guide you just for the sake of saving face or for my ego or just for me to just have power. Just is something I'm never going to do. And that's something that's very evil, because not only are you guiding yourself down the road of destruction, you're taking innocent women and children and men that could have been used for the building of the Lord's kingdom here on earth. You just taking them to their doom, and you doing it without any type of emotional attachment. And you know that's what you're doing. So he's not going to stop. He's going to keep misleading you. So all I can say is, for those who listen to this message, to ask the Lord to open up your heart, and for you really start to see if it's just one person. He does not have the new book. And you're going to have to, I'm not saying give up your practices and what you believe in. Yeah, you are going to have to really get real connected with Allah and ask him to show you the way, and connect directly to the source and take these middlemans out of the game.